G'day everyone and welcome back to my second part of my mini stage build. I did learn my lesson from the last video and I can proudly say that I will not be doing that again. A longer format video, it took so long. I think I had to set it to shut down my computer after it uploaded, and that was after just even editing the video. And then just trying to upload it, I think it's taken 2 days for the 4K version to even upload. So if you love that sort of stuff, you're amazing, but I cannot do it. It just takes up so much time waiting for it to process. But in today's video, we're going to be pretty much looking at building out the stage. I wanted it to just not be this boring stage. Like when I started to watch the light show when I wasn't recording, it just didn't feel to me like it was fun watching the stage, like with the lighting go up. So I thought, I'm just going to have fun with it. And I just started clicking on random things inside of the pieces that we've got, and I came across this Medusa head and I was like, okay, let me see what I can do with this. And it worked really well for our sizing guy that we did at the start, that you would have seen, that is like the placeholder for sizes on the stage. And I was like, this could be one of them like Medusa bands where you have the huge inflatable that they put up in the background while they're setting everything up. And I was just started, it just snowballed from there. So obviously with the spoilers of the thumbnail, you see that I've done what I normally do, and I just went silly and over the top and just kept going and adding and adding and adding and adding. But I've set myself a deadline of Friday will be the next video, which will have the fireworks and other effects, and then the copying over and getting everything set up, and then I should have, fingers crossed, the full like show ready for you to download on Saturday, hopefully. So make sure you stick around for that. But yeah, it's been really fun creating in this. I love these cable pieces. If you've seen any of my other builds in Planet Coaster, I've had to do them with the lighting cables time and time again. So to actually have pieces that I could do up stuff was really cool. So you'll see here, this is me adding like the band being frozen, which I thought was hilarious. And that guy eating the burger reminded me of a guy from Linkin Park screaming into the microphone, and I was like, now that is perfect. And as you can see, this game is it's just fun to have fun, and that's what I'm just really enjoying about doing this. And you'll see by the end of the video that I do go over the top, and if you're not familiar with my channel, I do that a lot. And I'm very scared for Friday's episode of the lighting and the effects and the fireworks, because that's why I think a deadline is needed, because I'll just keep adding and adding and then it'll just be silly. But I'm having so much fun creating it. Like, thank goodness that the music listens. So this is what me testing out the stage. This is probably your first look at like a proper breakdown of just the left side of our stage. I was just seeing how it reacted with the statue and the pieces on the ground, and I was a little bit disappointed with it. But yeah, it ended up being its own thing of, okay, I'm going to have to add a lot more lights to this sort of stuff. And I won't bore you with another 4-hour stream of me trying to do it. I guess that's why YouTubers do where they just film themselves like live, but I don't think I'd be able to do that sort of stuff. I wouldn't even know what time you guys watch my stuff. Like, comment below what time you watch my videos. I think my analytics say that most people are like 7 AM, and I don't think I'd be able to stream that early. Surely not people would watch then, but I don't know. Let me in the comments what time you're watching. But I wanted to add more music festival stuff. I know that some people have been to music festivals and they have these lighting towers and stuff like that, and I just wanted something that I could launch the fire from when I do that part eventually. But we'll see what happens with that. I'm still not sure whether I'll do it on this platform or I'll do it on the scissor lift that I create later in this video. You'll see. But I had a real problem with like the ground. Like, everything for some reason was just at a weird angle for the whole video. And it was only when I was building this tower that I really noticed that it was sinking into the ground. So at first I thought it was the like the ground. So that's why I was like, okay, I'll just level everything off. But then the more and more I kept building, I'm like, I think I'm building at a slight angle. And like, for anyone that knows Planet Coaster, it can do that to you sometimes, where you've built at an angle the whole time, and you can either start again and frustratingly do it that way, or just go ahead. So I think I fixed it off stream later on, but yeah, it was a pretty easy lighting tower to do. When I wanted to finish it, it was just awkward trying to work out where to set it up. But then this is where I started to have the idea of having more than just a show. So normally when I do these videos, I'll do like maybe a couple of trees and a couple of things set up around to make it feel like a festival. But I just feel like, why not go all out on this video? Like, the response has been insane. My viewer numbers have never been crazier. And you might look at it and go, you've got 100 views on a video, but for me, that's crazy. You should see my analytics. My analytics are at like 400% more than normal. So it's cool to think of it in that way, going like, oh wow, like this is gaining traction for these types of videos, and it's been really cool to see people respond to it. So this is me obviously adding the Ferris wheel. This will be a big part of it that you'll be able to ride whilst watching the show. Obviously, trying to work out what to put on these lighting towers was a bit fun, but I ended up just settling on advertisement. Like, as boring as it is, you'll see in the background, I'm not sure if I've already done that or not, but behind the Medusa head, I had the Emporium sign flashing for the Splash Emporium sign splashing the whole time. And we obviously can't put custom videos or anything like that in at the moment, so it was hard for me to have like sort of a backdrop sort of thing. So I ended up just blacking the whole thing out and putting up sponsorship, because the more I started to design, the more I was like, well, this really fits like a country music festival, or like a festival that comes to a theme park. And it'll be cool to have people, like, you can download the stage empty right now, like it's on the workshop. I've seen a lot of people have downloaded that. But for you to download a whole stage system would be cool to see how that, like, people respond to that. So this is me obviously going over the top with a scissor lift. I know people have done better versions of this, trust me, I am jealous of them. But I just wanted to create my own quick little thing, which ends up being a 20 minutes part of the video. I have these all sped up at 8 times, so it's just so much easier just to be able to talk the whole time. I feel like I'm getting more out of this from yous, like with me being able to talk to yous and explain things, than what it was with me just putting on music in the background. Do you know I got so many copyright claims for that video? I couldn't believe it. Yeah, it was a weird one, trying to work out where songs were. Apparently that I don't know, YouTube was weird. I didn't even have like normal music. I think it was only like once or twice at a song, but yeah, I don't know. YouTube's weird nowadays. But yeah, I just ended up putting it on a trailer, and I wanted this to be my lighting platform, because initially I wanted it to be a lake behind it, but with my tests from the New Year's Eve fireworks show I did, that initially was going to be a whole fireworks show on a barge, but the reflections of the fireworks don't work like Planet Coaster. In Planet Coaster, they're fully reflective. Like, you see every firework, every light, everything that goes on is reflected in the water. Like, obviously it kills your PC, but it looks really nice. If you haven't seen, check out the New Year's fireworks I did for Planet Coaster, and then check out the difference between that and Planet Coaster 2 New Year's. So it was really hard to try and work out what I was going to do for the festival itself. And then, I don't know if people have, like, if you're familiar with Australia, or well, most of my viewers are from Australia, I shouldn't talk like that, but with the Sydney Showgrounds, the massive stadium there, I'm not sure what it's called now. That stadium changes names more times than anything, but they have these really cool roof effect. Now, obviously, I haven't gone for the full stadium like build like they have, but I've always loved how that roof looks. And to me, someone that loves to design fireworks, I thought, you know what would look really cool is if this whole thing was just wrapped around with stages just staring, with seating just staring at the stage. But then, like, yeah, it turned into like, okay, that's going to be a lot more work than what you initially planned this video to be, so let's just wrap it up and make it real quick. So I wanted to try and have, like in a music festival, they normally have like tents set up for drinks and like food and stuff like that. Like you'll see me here I wanted to do like a tent roof, which, hint hint, Planet Coaster 2 would be really great if we had pieces like this without poles or nothing like that. Like that's, yeah, like it's just really weird to me to have like a beach theme and then not just have like proper shade cloths and stuff like that for guests. And then they have a sun meter that tells you when guests are getting sunburnt and stuff like that. And it's like, well, I only have like 20 shade pieces. What are you talking about? But I digress. but yeah, this is me trying to just design like a, just something to fit around the park. I didn't want it to just be boring. I wanted to try and like do lighting to wrap around the stage, which is why I did the lighting stands in the middle of the crowd and stuff like that, because I wanted it to feel big and like massive, like my DEF CON shows or my Climax shows or something like that. But obviously with the limited lighting pieces, this is just a stepping stone of like, I'm still playing around, just trying to see what I can and can't get away with in this. So yeah, but as always, I always say I will keep all these parts in there, as frustrating as they are to watch me build everything and then delete it. It's part of the game. Trust me, everyone does it. Don't feel silly if you're someone that gets frustrated with this game. We all get frustrated with the game, but just stick with it because it's so fun. It's really fun to play around and stuff like that. I have seen that some people are commenting on YouTube and TikTok about like going back to Planet Coaster, and I'm not sure if you've seen my last video, but I asked the question in my shorts that I did of what big project should I do next, and it's been pretty split down the middle between Dreamworld and SeaWorld. So I don't know, like I suppose it depends, because like them videos, they're doing really well, but they're not doing as well as I thought they would with the pieces. Like I would have loved to have built something in Planet Coaster 2, mainly because of the shareability of it. That's my biggest thing of wanting to do something big in Planet Coaster 2. But SeaWorld's hard because of the limited rides that we have and the limited pieces. And then Movie World, you just seen Movie World, so it's hard as well. But Dreamworld's a possibility, but once again, it's kind of like we're still stuck with limited pieces. So I don't know. I'm torn with like whether I have a go at building it in Planet Coaster or I just wait it out, keep doing little projects like this, and then we do something big when we get to that sort of stuff. But this is a recreation of a building that I made in Roller Coaster Tycoon 3. I don't have any screenshots or nothing like that because I used to play on my Mac and it used to sound like it was going to explode when I would play. But as you've seen from my Roller Coaster Tycoon 3 end show that I did, if you look in the top left of that video, you can see that it's on like 16 frames per second, and then when I start the fireworks show, it drops to like 1 and 2. And like I remember when I filmed that video, it was literally just me pressing play, pressing record, and then walking away, because as soon as you would press play, it would just be like jet. But I really loved the look of a supported roof, and I thought like, wow, this just opens up everything. The problem I did have though was, as big as I made this, it overshadowed the stage. It made the stage look so small. So I'm still in two minds about it of how I did it. But you'll see now that with what I'm doing there, I'm kind of copying what the Sydney Showgrounds arena has, of a massive lighting tower. Obviously not as big as the one they have, but a dialed down version of it to where you can still see what I'm trying to do, and I'll be able to hang lighting all around the arena to make it really like light up that whole footpath area that I've got there. Oh yeah, by the way, about that, I thought we had like nice looking asphalt to use, but I can't find a color that looks nice or anything in this. Like, I don't know what's going on. Like, did they update the game, or did they do something crazy? Oh, and this grid system, I couldn't get rid of it. I don't know what I did to make the grid system snap like that, but it just stayed like that. And no matter what I did, it kept like stuffing it up. I think it might have been them skinnier rectangle pieces that I used that have just ruined that whole building. But as you can see here, this is me planning it out to where I was like, oh, okay, this has overshadowed my stage. So I don't think I built it on stream. I think I turned it off and played around a little bit. But in the end, you'll see where it flips to what I ended up creating, and you'll see that I did like a half circle on both sides to really make that main area of this stage could be permanent, could not be. It could just be a temporary stage. But for now, for this event, it's like, okay, they've set up food. They're going to set up, like, I'll put tables and chairs and other little lighting around to make this fully feel like a massive event. Like, and I hope you like it, because it's so cool. You'll see at the end, like right now, should be, like, standing in the middle of that ground playing music. I cannot wait till I can add custom music in the game, because I will be pumping all of my tunes. It sounds so good with that many speakers. It's insane. So I'm really excited for you to check this out. As I said before, I have just been rambling for what, 20 minutes now? No, 16 minutes. Phew. Thought I was still going on. But Friday, keep an eye out for the fireworks and the effects, and maybe whatever's left of the arena that I'll do. Maybe put in the comments what you think we should name this arena, because that's the one thing I'm struggling with, is what to call this thing. So yeah, definitely let me know down below what you think we should call it. And the most liked one wins, I guess, or whatever one makes me laugh the most. But yeah, I hope you can see it. Look out for that on Friday. But as always, most importantly, have a great day.